Today I want to speak about the ego of miniature painters / humans. This video is also about Jedi and Sith. Hi, good to see you. Miniature painting has aspects that demand from you that you sit down and get in conversation with your ego. I'm a professional miniature painter and teacher since almost 20 years. In that time I learned many things about myself and my ego. I learned from friends, family, students, colleagues, on events, workshops, wherever you can imagine. We all have something called ego in ourselves. If there is a lesson to learn in this, the positive aspects of an ego can bring good things to your life. The negative aspects can bring dark times to your life. I've seen both, and I still do, always learning. You can take this message to all aspects of life. Let's get in conversation with our egos. I would always say this comes from a very emotional point of view. Anytime I feel something positive, it's a good thing. If I feel something negative, it's a bad thing. I learned to focus on the positive emotions in my life. My ego does produce negative vibes sometimes too. I learned to put them in different perspectives to understand them better. We all have seen both, right? In miniature painting, we are often comparing ourselves. Of course, it's a journey. We are all traveling on this journey. We're making step by steps. We are learning new things. We put them to good use. We are proud of what we do. Then we show it to the community of the miniature world, may it be in events, competitions, online, on photos, in forums, in videos. And of course, we all want to get recognized with the passion and heart we put in our miniatures. At this point, we start comparing ourselves. Anytime you do something in this world of miniatures and you have a bad feeling from it, then it might not be the cause or the fault of others. Very often you can go back to your ego and find the key of that dark emotion. These dark emotions in our egos come from expectations. Expectations that you have in comparing yourself, going to a competition, putting the best you can do into your work, presenting it to others. I've been to places where my expectations were super high and just got erased and destroyed in a bit. To learn from these emotions, we have to be honest with ourselves. For example, you might remember The Last Light, a diorama I did for Games Day 2013 in Germany. Let me speak about that. At the Games Day back then, it won me the slayersword, and I was super amazed and really happy about that. Then a lot of people asked me to bring it to another show, and everybody was like super hyped. I want to see that, I want to see it. So the expectations were really high. I brought it there and it won bronze in diorama. I was like, what happened? I felt the dark path. Of course, I had talks with the judges. They told me that the painting quality in the diorama was not that high and not on the level they demanded. So I was okay with that, but still there was a bad feeling about it. Then I took it to another show 1 year later and won best of show there. So again, I was happy, of course. I've been to painting competitions where I've won silver in this year. Next year I was like, yeah, next year I will win gold. Then I won bronze. I was like, what happened? There are reasons for that, as the contest entries were stronger this year than the year before. I've seen people at stage on Golden Demon that spit on their trophy because somebody had higher expectations and didn't win what they would thought they win. On Crystal Brush I saw someone really going sad on his destroyed expectations and throwing his trophy to the ground. Some weeks later, when the emotions calmed down, he glued the piece afterwards. It's the expectations of deserving something because we put so much passion and heart in it. I saw myself having envy on others' success. For example, now I'm starting with this YouTube channel. Earlier this year I was like filled up with envy on all these Earlier this year, without thinking about starting this YouTube channel, I was kind of packed with envy on all the YouTube success that others had. I realized that envy is an emotion I don't want to have in my soul. There's no place for it. Since I made that perspective switch, I'm able to create content without being envy on others' success because they worked hard for it. I didn't yet. I was just envy without working hard for this YouTube channel. It took me some time to understand that emotion in me, to understand how to deal with it. It is okay to have these emotions. We're always on the search to learn in ourselves, to find the paths we want to choose. As a miniature painter / human, you can always choose the path you want to go, the dark path or the light path. It's up to you. Fear is the enemy. Fear of getting in conversation with yourself. You can be Jedi or Sith. On my path of light, I learned to put things in retro perspective. I learned to communicate with myself honestly. Most important lesson I learned is telling the truth to myself and to others. Also about my emotions. Important is a change of perspective. To find the source of your bad emotion, it's important to search inside yourself before you search outside. It is in yourself. Be humble, be kind, be brave, be honest. If you made a mistake, speak about it. Tell the person you're sorry, excuse yourself, and don't expect something back. Stop with too high expectations in many aspects of life. Just do from the heart and the things will come to you. Shape your ego. Create a positive ego. Speaking with your family and friends about your emotions will help you. I can give you a very direct example. Lately I was in contact with Emil from Squidma Miniatures. We had some email contact about several things, and back then I was still filled up with envy. Envy of the super success Emil has with his team on Squidma Miniatures, which is absolutely deserved because they're putting heart, love and passion and hard work in that. They create wonderful content. I never watched much because I don't find so much time for YouTube, and also because of my envy feeling. Now I put this into perspective and found out that also in our emails my tone was always a little bit aggressive and not very gentle. Not very humble, not very, I don't know, not in a bad way, but slightly aggressive. And I'm not really an aggressive person. It felt wrong afterwards. In that moment, I wrote it like this, but afterwards it felt not good in myself. It took me some days to understand what's going on in myself. And actually, it was envy. I wrote another email to Emil to excuse myself for these emotions that I had on a point where I understood myself. Since I wrote that email to Emil, that's wild, I made a change of perspective. I turned myself around for 180 degrees and now see all his videos, all the stuff that he produces from a different angle in a bright light. And I appreciate everything I learn from him. I appreciate the content, I appreciate the fun, the entertainment. It's wonderful. And I thank you for that, Emil. Many thanks. And team, of course. I learned so much about video production. I'm having a lot of fun enjoying these videos. The change of perspective, the light path is the better one. No matter who you are, you will understand what I'm speaking about right now. You have to remake these decisions once in a while. Listen to yourself, listen to your inner voice and find out what creates bad emotions. And then you can work against it. Do this with the full of your heart and it will lead you and those around you to happy places.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look